Hey VC, Matt here, back with a solo video for a change of pace a little bit here. Got another record run video coming, should be posted within the next few days, possibly up to a week, kind of figuring out scheduling that to get posted. But there is one in the shoe, one coming, so look forward to that pretty soon. But no, this is actually a long overdue VCLT thank you video. And no joke, this was not planned, this just happened this way. But if you go back and look at my videos, exactly 1 year ago, I'm wearing this exact same shirt doing a VCLT thank you video. Honest to God, Scout's honor, I'm not a Boy Scout, but whatever. I did a VCLT thank you video in the same clothing. I don't know. It was not planned. It just happened that way. I almost changed my shirt just to prove that it wasn't a coincidence or something. I don't know, but it doesn't matter. What we're here for is to say thank you to people that have been kind enough and generous enough to send me some stuff over the past few months. Honestly, probably up to 8 or so months ago, which is embarrassing and shameful on my part. I did thank them all individually, of course, with a message and things like that, but they need a video thank you. When people are kind enough to spend their own money to buy a record and to pay for the shipping and all that, they deserve a shout out here. So that's what we're going to do, and I'm going to fly through this. I want to try to keep it around 10 minutes or so, so we'll see if we can do this raw and unedited, no cuts. So here we go. We'll just jump right into it. DJ Bo Grumpus, Mr. Earhead 6 himself, kind enough to send me a bunch of stuff. This is the most recent thing he sent me, the Bonnie Well Music Machine Talk. This was their group after that, I guess, or the name they took after that. Still fantastic garage-like stuff. Bo, always super generous to send me stuff. There's more, I'm sure, that he sent that I've forgotten about and don't have pulled, but this was very kind of him, and this is amazing. This is a reissue, not an original. He found an original, sent me his reissue, and it's awesome. Great stuff. So Bo, thank you as always. Much appreciated, man. You're the best. And coming from the psych professor, Sam gifted me this copy of Led Zeppelin Physical Graffiti. He found a little bit nicer copy. This one's still in really great shape. It was his duplicate, so he passed it along to me. I did not have a copy of this. Honestly, don't know if I've ever seen it before. So big thanks to Sam, the old psych professor, throwing some stuff my way. Cool stuff. And then Gary out in Seattle. He doesn't make videos as much anymore, I don't believe. Big Beatle fan. I'll put the links in the description to all their YouTube channels so you can check their stuff out, their past videos and things like that, or if they're current like Bo or somebody. You need to watch and subscribe to every person I show here. But Record Store Day last year, I'm sorry, the Black Friday Record Store Day, Ty Segall released this album, T-Rex. It's a cover of all T-Rex songs, done Ty Segall's lo-fi garage punk kind of way. And I'm a big fan of T-Rex and I'm a big fan of Ty Segall, so this was sort of a fusing of both of those worlds kind of colliding and coming together. And I couldn't make it out on Black Friday this year to do some shopping, so I put a message out on Facebook. If anybody found one, let me know. I'd PayPal them the money. Gary came across one for me and was generous enough and said don't even worry about paying him. So Gary, this was huge for me. I really do appreciate it very much. Very kind of you, going above and beyond, man. Awesome stuff. A couple of listeners to our Psychedelic Experience radio show, they watch our videos as well, but they don't make any. But Rob and Kristen from the Carolinas sent me a couple of things. This is January time, first time from Memphis. This is pretty cool stuff, kind of a funky, soulful, kind of psychedelic type stuff, a little bit bluesy. Really enjoyed that. And they also sent Freedom Through the Years. Really enjoyed this album. Fantastic blues rock. Maybe gets a little bit proggy in spots, but cool enough guitar solos and stuff to kind of keep me interested. And I'm a sucker for blues rock in any form, proggy or psych or just straight up blues rock. And this was top notch. I really enjoyed this. So Rob and Kristen, thank you guys very much for sending that my way and for commenting, messaging back and forth a lot on Facebook. I really appreciate it, and look forward to talking to you guys some more on there. We are flying through these. I'm getting out of breath. I gotta take a little bit of a breather and slow down a second here. Next up, from Steve Darr. Steve is a really cool guy. Record Teeb on YouTube. Doesn't make a lot of videos, but every once in a while he'll post one. His collection is jaw-dropping. Seriously, mind-blowing stuff. Really into psychedelic music, into prog as well, so his tastes are refined. And he sent me a reissue of this. This is the Outsiders, not the U.S. version. This is from the Netherlands. Really, really cool garage psych type stuff. One of the more psychedelic albums I've ever heard. I'll try to think of a couple tracks real quick off the top of my head. Misfit, the opening track. That's the one you should check out on YouTube. Really, really cool deep stuff there. And then he also sent me a twofer. If you've seen Chris Dixieland Farms videos lately, he did 2 different videos on twofer albums. This is The Pretty Things, Real Pretty. This one disc is SF Sorrow, and the other disc is Parachute. Both fantastic albums. SF Sorrow is one of my holy grails that I'm looking out for. Parachute is really high on my want list as well. And because of this from Steve, I can listen to both of them before I find originals. So really, really cool stuff. Really good way to find affordable copies of both of those albums. Keep an eye out for that too. That's really cool. And then he sent me this as well. This is Tomorrow, self-titled UK psych group. My White Bicycle is probably their biggest known track. And then they do a cover of Strawberry Fields Forever, Hallucinations. Everything on this is great. This is, I believe, an early to mid-70s reissue. Not an original, and I actually like the reissue better. The originals were all black and white, including the lettering. I like the color lettering here on this 70s issue, and this got a Record Store Day release last year, I believe, or the year before. And Steve, wow, above and beyond, man. This is way too cool. This is one of my favorite albums in my collection now. Fantastic, killer stuff there. And the last one from Steve, this is Israeli psychedelic music. This is Churchill, self-titled, insanely rare to find an original copy. Just impossible unless you have very, very deep pockets. So he found this reissue, and one of the most psychedelic records I've ever heard, kind of like that Outsiders. This doesn't have much of a garage feel on it though. This is just pretty much deep psychedelic music. Straight People, the opening track on side 2, is the one I would recommend checking out first, but dive deep into this album. You can pick up reissues of this for 15 to 20 bucks, I think, online, and that would be money well worth spending and putting down for this. This is awesome. So Steve, thank you very much, man. I really appreciate our friendship. Glad I've gotten to know you on Facebook a little bit, and maybe Chuck Berry will make an appearance in the Blueberry room again soon, and we can go catch him. So Steve, a fellow St. Louis guy. He's actually in Oklahoma now, but makes it to St. Louis every once in a while. But a mutual friend of Steve and I, Peter Bootsman out in the Netherlands. Peter makes videos still. He's really into country music. I've sent him a few things before. He sent me some stuff, so I've got a stack here from him, including a big stack of 45s. This is an oldies reissue. One side is Coven's 110 Soldier, and the other is Crazy World of Arthur Brown's Fire. Picture sleeve, Alice Cooper. I've recently kind of gotten into early Alice Cooper material. Really like it a lot. This is How You Gonna See Me Now, backed with From the Inside. Always cool to get a picture sleeve, and always cool to get foreign pressings of stuff. And then Blind Faith, Well Alright, backed with Can't Find My Way Home. Fantastic, and again, the picture sleeve is really cool. And then CCR, a little bit of Credence. Traveling Band, backed with Who'll Stop the Rain, one of my favorite tracks. And it's got the plug. I love that. Cool stuff. And love this. This is one of my favorite picture sleeves now. This is Blue Cheer, Summertime Blues, backed with Out of Focus. It is a Netherlands pressing, but I love that sleeve. Just really cool and colorful and just awesome. My favorite 45 that he sent, though, speaking of T-Rex, Hot Love, backed with Get It On. Phenomenal stuff. I'm a sucker for T-Rex's late 60s, early 70s material. Just mind-blowing goodness there. So some 45s from Peter, and then he sent some LPs as well. Show these kind of in groups here. This is Exception, self-titled, I believe, and then this is Beggar Julia's Time Trip. Kind of proggy, a little bit psychedelic, not too dissimilar to The Nice, if you're familiar with that group. Kind of classical music done electrically, kind of progged up a little bit, but really enjoyable stuff, and I love the cover on that one. And then 2 albums from the Cats. They're self-titled, and then Love in Your Eyes. Once they're on this album, it's a little more soft rock, soft pop. This one, it's a little bit more pop psych, but both really enjoyable. I like soft rock and soft pop, kind of a sucker for Bread and stuff like that, and these guys, these guys are really, really good for that genre. So cool stuff there. And Peter, super generous of you to send stuff. I know it's not cheap to send stuff from overseas. It's much appreciated, man. And it's, again, been great getting to know you on Facebook as well. Friendships formed through the VC, man. It doesn't get better than that. It's awesome stuff. And got more stuff here. This is from John Tambrani. He makes videos as well. Again, description down below, his link. This is REM Murmur. Really fantastic album. Got some water damage, but he found it cheap, said he couldn't leave it behind. And I'll take it any way he can send it to me, because I think I only have 1 or 2 other REM albums on vinyl. Got a bunch on CD, so this is an essential to add to the collection. John's a big krautrock fan, trying to get me into it a little bit more. And this is working, because this is awesome. This is Can. Not even going to try to pronounce the title there. More famous probably for Tago Mago. And this is just so good. This is fantastic. Unofficial reissue, I believe, but cool nonetheless. It's like an exact replica of the album. Really, really clean copy of the vinyl. Sounds fantastic. That is deep stuff. I'm going to be seeking out more krautrock in that kind of a vein. And then Pink Floyd, A Nice Pair. I was stoked to get this, chuffed, if you will. Chuffed to get this in the mail. This is Piper at the Gates of Dawn and A Saucer Full of Secrets, another twofer, kind of like that Pretty Things. I've never seen either album in person other than friends that own it. So to get this and to be able to listen to it in a vinyl format is awesome. And John, thank you so much, man. It's so generous of you to send me this stuff and to pick this stuff up. And the fact that you thought of me when you found him is more than I would have even expected. You didn't even have to send him just, hey, I found these, I thought of you. That would be enough. But the fact that you went the extra mile and sent them my way, seriously, man, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And the last group here is from Mr. Jerry Schempp. Jerry used to make videos. He's kind of got similar taste to me. He really likes psychedelic stuff. He's a big Grateful Dead fan. But he also is into country music and country rock and folk rock and stuff. So kind of similar to my taste, even though his get a little bit broader with the country music stuff, including these guys, the Holy Ghost Tent Revival. This is still sealed. I haven't had time to open this up. Newer group, but Jerry's a big fan of them. He's also a big fan of the Avett Brothers, as am I, and I think these guys may have a similar sound. I'm not positive on that, but really looking forward to cracking the seal on this one and giving it a spin. Sent me a mono copy of Chad and Jeremy's Cabbages and Kings. Great psychedelic output from that folk duo. And then this is Kindred, self-titled. Some early 70s kind of hard rock with a little bit of southern leanings to it. Really enjoyed this as well. This is one I've never come across before, so that was cool to get. Then we've got Lee Michaels, Carnival of Life. This was one I was looking for a long time, and Jerry came across a copy and thought of me and sent it my way. This is Lee Michaels' psychedelic album. A little bit psych pop, maybe less than deep psych rock, but really, really enjoyable stuff. The track Tomorrow, I believe, is the standout. I'm trying to think off the top of my head real quick, but all of this is great to find. The album cover looks really cheesy. The music within is really, really good, though. Really solid stuff there. And then he was kind enough, did a trade recently, sent him a duplicate of something, and he sent me 2 albums. This was an extra one he threw in. I was not expecting this at all. This is Canned Heat, Hooker in Heat, essential blues rock album. This was in the time when traditional classic blues artists, if you will, were expected to kind of do electric albums, and so John Lee Hooker teamed up with Canned Heat on this one, and this is so good. I really enjoyed this album. I love the banter between Hooker and the band in between the tracks. Fantastic stuff. This is awesome. And then last but not least, what I traded him for, I sent him the duplicate copy of an album, and he sent me this. This is the Strawberry Alarm Clock, Wake Up It's Tomorrow. This is their second album after Incense and Peppermints. This is so good. Incense and Peppermints is a great pop psych album. This is more like soft psych. There's a little bit of a difference there. It's still poppy in nature, but this is a little bit more dreamy, ethereal, kind of floaty type psych. The hooks are still there, and it definitely gets pop psych in a couple of places, but this is a little bit deeper. Really, really cool stuff. So, Jerry, awesome stuff, dude. Really appreciate it. Really enjoyed kind of sending stuff back and forth over the last few months and trying to look for stuff for you, and hopefully I've put a dent in the debt of gratitude that I owe for you, and that goes for everybody else as well. John, Steve, Peter, Bo, Gary, Kevin, and DJ Trish both have sent me CD mixes recently, and I forgot to pull those out because I'm a moron. I've probably forgotten some other people as well, so if I have, deepest apologies. Seriously, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. You guys are awesome, and we're going to wrap this up. It's been 15 minutes, so see ya. Take care.